My name is Dan Wilding, drummer for the band Carcass and founder of the Extreme Drummers Academy, and welcome in to Toontrack's Metal Month weekly metal drum lessons. In this week's lesson, I'm going to show you how to level up your foot speed with just one simple exercise. Let's go. What is going on, everybody? My name is Dan Wilding, drummer for the band Carcass and founder of the online metal drum school, the Extreme Drummers Academy, and welcome into the very first Toontrack Metal Month weekly metal drum lesson. Now, every single week in November, I'm going to be bringing you a brand new metal drum lesson covering all the basics and all the most important things to do with extreme metal drumming. I'm going to give you tips, exercises, advice, all that good stuff. So in this week's lesson, I'm going to show you my favorite double bass drum exercise to help level up your bass drum speed. As we all know, playing fast double bass in extreme metal drumming and metal drumming is super important. It's absolutely one of the foundations of extreme metal drumming and metal drumming, and it's super important to get it tight, it's super important to get it confident, it's super important to get it clean. And I'm going to show you an exercise that I've used for years and I've used on so many of my students that have just helped them level up to no end. So this exercise is super simple, and that's why I love it so much, because you can use it if you're a beginner, you can use it if you are advanced or intermediate or anywhere in between those ranges. I also still use it to this day for maintenance. So as a lot of you may know, that it's not just about building speed for your feet, it's about keeping that speed as well. So this is a really good exercise to use for maintenance as well as to build your speed in the first place. So what is the exercise? The exercise itself, again, is super simple. All we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing alternating single stroke rolls on our feet. So that just means right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And what we're going to be doing is 2 bars of 8th notes, single strokes on our feet, followed immediately by 2 bars of 16th note single stroke rolls on our feet. So for anyone who doesn't know, 8th notes are counted like this against a click: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 16th notes are counted 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander, 3 E-ander, 4 E-ander. So essentially we're doing half time for 2 bars and then double time for 2 bars. And then all we're going to be doing in our hands is a half time groove. So the snare is going to be on the 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And our leading hand, right hand for me, is going to be just playing on the hi-hat, ride, china, whatever you want, just playing the quarter notes: 1, 2, 3, 4. So really slowly, this is what the exercise sounds like. So as you can see, nice and simple, nice and straightforward. Now, the best way to practice this and to help you level up your speed and keep your maintenance and all that kind of good stuff is to loop this for extended periods of time. And I'll get into that in a second. The plan here is to go as long as you can. So it's also an endurance exercise as well. What I would suggest just to start off with is just to play this exercise 1 or 2 times through without a metronome, just to see how you feel with it, get comfortable with it, understand what you're actually doing, and then you can move on to the metronome. So once you're comfortable with this exercise and you know what you're doing, I want you to find a comfortable starting tempo. So that could be literally anything from 70 beats per minute up to 240. It's completely up to you, and again, it all depends on your level of ability and how experienced you are with metal drumming and all that kind of stuff. But again, anyone from beginner all the way to advanced can use this exercise, and that's the great thing. But what I want you to look out for is your starting tempo needs to be super comfortable. So that means you can play it for an extended period of time without stressing yourself out, without the 16th notes getting all sloppy and all over the place. It needs to be clear, confident, controlled. So again, the slower the better. I really want you to get into the mindset of making sure it's clean and controlled and confident. The speed will come. Speed takes time to build, and that's something that you need to be aware of. So don't worry if you're starting off slow now, because if you do this consistently and you do it regularly and you do it confidently and cleanly, then the speed will come. Now, once you've found your comfortable tempo, all I want you to do is loop this for at least 60 seconds. So most people have timers on their phones these days, or if you've got a watch or anything like that. So just put it on for 60 seconds and just loop this exercise at your comfortable tempo for at least 60 seconds. And then once those 60 seconds are done, I want you to move up by 5 or 10 beats per minute maximum. Now again, this is all dependent on the player and your ability and all that kind of stuff. So have a play with it and see what feels good. If 10 beats per minute is way too much, then bring it back down to 5. But no more than 10, because once you get over the 10 beats per minute mark, especially into the 15 and 20, once you get up to those really high tempos, that is a massive shift. And it can be really hard to push over those tempo boundaries. So going up 5 beats per minute, 10 beats per minute, absolute max is the best way to do this. And then all I want you to do is once again repeat it for 60 seconds. And then I want you to keep climbing up those tempos by 5 beats per minute, 10 beats per minute at the absolute max until you get to what is your current max tempo. Now again, that could literally be 100 beats per minute right now. But I promise you, if you keep doing this consistently every time you have a practice, preferably every day or every other day, just do this for a few minutes each time, just a few repetitions of 60 seconds of this at different tempos. I promise you, in a very short amount of time, you're going to be seeing nice increases in your speed and your confidence and all that amazing stuff. Now, as I said, I still use this for maintenance. So a lot of the time what I will do is I will start at what is a comfortable tempo for me, which is usually around 120 beats per minute. And I will go up through the tempo ranges from 120 to 130, 140, 150, 160, all the way up to my max tempo, which is around 220 currently. It used to be a lot faster, but I'm getting old. If you're already pretty confident in your double bass drumming and you just want something for maintenance, then this is a really good one. Again, just start your basic, comfortable tempo and then move up the tempo ranges as much as you can. Again, please make sure that you do it for at least 60 seconds. Obviously, you can do it for a lot longer than that. So if you're really comfortable doing it 60 seconds, then why not try 90 seconds, try 2 minutes. Try 5 minutes if you're feeling really, really confident. But the basic thing for this is to do it for 60 seconds minimum before moving up to the next tempo range. Hopefully that all makes sense. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to play this exercise at a few different tempos, just a couple of repetitions, just so you can see what it looks like, what it should sound like, what my body looks like when I'm playing it, what my feet look like when I'm playing it. Let's go. And that's literally it, people. One of the best exercises I've ever used to help me level up and maintain my double bass drum playing. And once again, I've used it on a ton of students and it's always been super helpful for them as well. Now, of course, if you want more in-depth lessons like this, covering a whole variety of different stuff on metal and extreme metal drumming, please head over to www.extremedrummersacademy.com, my online drum school, where there's a whole ton of stuff on there. And of course, today in this lesson, all I've been using today on my kit is the incredible Toontrack sounds. I'm going to do a complete breakdown of what I use and how I set it up very, very soon. So please look out for that. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching. I really hope that's helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next weekly metal drum lesson. See you guys soon.